the overall stock position of fertilizer in the country is comfortable. As I've already informed you before, against the stock position, the availability is already 51% across the country. Besides for this, the long-term supply agreements for inputs and finished fertilizer have played a great role in ensuring supplies. Moreover, we have a number of joint ventures, and through our missions abroad, we have been actively pursuing for engagement of other countries which are out of SOH for supply of raw materials as well as finished fertilizer to us. The the sale has been brisk as ever. The Indian farmers, they have purchased about 11.38 LMT of organic manure and other fertilizers. Also, we have the data that I'll share with you, which have been purchased across the country. The sale of organic manure reflects a positive trend towards a greater adoption of organic nutrient sources and a gradual shift of the farmer's preference from the chemical fertilizer to the organic alternatives. Our domestic production is also going on as per the availability of gas. The domestic production after crisis of urea has been 71.41 lakh metric ton, of DAP about 10.04 lakh metric ton. The NPK complexes have been domestically produced to the tune of 22.96 lakh metric ton, and moreover SSP about 14 lakh metric ton. And so approximately 153.79 lakh metric ton of fertilizers through imports as well as domestic production have been added to our stock. In coordination with our 28 missions abroad, the country has secured supplies of urea from Oman, Malaysia, Vietnam, Georgia, Nigeria, Russia, Finland, Egypt, Algeria, Turkey, and Netherlands. The DAP and NPKs have also been procured from various sources out of SOH, like Russia, Morocco, Egypt, USA, Jordan, South Korea, Tunisia, and from Saudi Arabia via Red Sea. So the matter is being reviewed at the highest level regularly. The fertilizer security remains as strong as ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Aparna ji. Now we take updates from Petroleum Ministry. Over to you, Sujata.
नमस्कार. देश में क्रूड, पेट्रोल, डीजल, एलपीजी और नेचुरल गैस की सप्लाई स्टेबल है. हमारी रिफाइनरीज उच्चतम क्षमता पर चल रही हैं. अभी भी कुछ रिटेल आउटलेट्स पर अधिक सेल देखी जा रही है, परंतु हम सरकारी ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनी स्मूथ सप्लाईज इंश्योर करने का प्रयत्न कर रही हैं. पिछले 3 दिनों में 1.40 करोड़ कुकिंग एलपीजी सिलेंडर्स की बुकिंग रिसीव हुई हैं. इसके अगेंस्ट 1.49 करोड़ डिलीवरी की गई है. इसी पीरियड के दौरान लगभग 22,340 टन कमर्शियल एलपीजी की सेल हुई है. 5 किलो के सिलेंडर्स लगभग 1,91,000 सेल हुए हैं. इसमें से लगभग 10,000 सिलेंडर 566 कैंपों में किए गए हैं सेल. पीएनजी कनेक्शंस के संबंध में सिंस मार्च 9.42 लाख पीएनजी कनेक्शंस गैसिफाई हुए हैं और 3.12 लाख कनेक्शंस के लिए इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर क्रिएट हुआ है. 9.44 लाख नए कंज्यूमर्स रजिस्टर हुए हैं. In addition to this, Government of India, White Letter 10th June, has requested Chief Secretaries of all the states and Union Territories to issue necessary instructions to District Collectors, District Magistrates, Commissioners, Special Officers of urban bodies to collaborate with respective SLCs, CGD entities to nudge and urge LPG consumers to fully migrate to PNG wherever available. The involvement of district and urban body administration will improve the outcome of ongoing effort of the government in expanding PNG network. 1 जून से अभी तक लगभग 4,180 टन C3C4 मॉलिक्यूल्स और 3,400 टन ब्यूटाइल एक्रिलेट की सेल विभिन्न रिफाइनरीज के द्वारा की गई है. पिछले 3 दिनों में 225 एलपीजी सिलेंडर सीज हुए हैं, 2 एफआईआर रजिस्टर हुई हैं और 1 व्यक्ति को अरेस्ट किया गया है। ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज के द्वारा भी 19 डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स को शो कॉज नोटिस दिया गया है और 19 पर पेनल्टी इम्पोज की गई है। पेट्रोल और डीजल के संबंध में मणिपुर में 3,680 लीटर पेट्रोल सीज हुआ है, 1 एफआईआर रजिस्टर हुई है और 2 लोगों को अरेस्ट किया गया है। पिछले 3 दिनों में ऑयल मार्केटिंग कंपनीज ने भी 291 डीलर्स को शो कॉज नोटिस दिया है, 14 पर पेनल्टी इम्पोज की है और 461 को सस्पेंड किया है। अंत में मैं सभी से ये रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आइए हम सब अपने दैनिक उपयोग में ऊर्जा संरक्षण का हर संभव प्रयत्न करें। अपनी आवश्यकता के अनुसार पेट्रोल, डीजल और एलपीजी सिलेंडर का क्रय करें और अफवाहों से बचें। जहां पर भी संभव हो वहां ऑल्टरनेट सोर्स जैसे पीएनजी, इंडक्शन और इलेक्ट्रिक कुकटॉप पर का उपयोग करने का प्रयत्न करें। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, Sujata. Now we take updates from the MEA Ministry. Over to you, Asim ji.
Good afternoon, friends. We have seen that there have been several incidents involving Indian seafarers in West Asia in the last few days. We attach high importance to the welfare and well-being of our seafarers community. We need not re-emphasize this point. Yesterday, we condemned the attack on a ship off the coast of Oman, in which, unfortunately, we lost 3 Indian nationals. We had summoned the US CDA here to register a strong protest. The continuing incidents of attacks on shipping in the region are deeply worrisome and a direct result of the ongoing conflict in the region. These attacks must cease and end, and we also call for dialogue and diplomacy so that we can have an early return to peace and stability in the region. More updates from my colleague.
Good afternoon. Ministry of External Affairs continues to closely monitor the developments in the Gulf and West Asia region. Our efforts are focused on ensuring the safety and welfare of the Indian community in the region. We are in constant touch with the state governments and union territories for sharing information and to coordinate our efforts. Our embassies and consulates across the region are proactively assisting our community. They are operating round-the-clock helplines to provide timely assistance to Indian nationals. They are also in close touch with the local governments. Advisories are being issued, including information related to local government guidelines, flight and travel situation, consular services, and the various welfare measures being undertaken for the community. Our missions are actively engaged with the resident Indian community. They are regularly interacting with the Indian community associations, organizations, professional groups, and Indian companies to address their concerns. An update on recent attacks on commercial vessels off the coast of Oman. A status update on MT Marivex. MT Marivex, a Palau-flagged vessel, was targeted off the coast of Oman on 8th June 2026. The ship had 24 Indian crew members on board, all of whom were safely rescued. Our mission in Oman has been rendering all assistance to them and has been in constant touch with the concerned authorities to facilitate their early repatriation to India. They are expected to return to India tomorrow. A status update on MT Setebello. You would have seen our statement yesterday condemning the attack on the commercial vessel MT Setebello, a Palau-flagged ship off the coast of Oman. There were 28 crew members on board, including 24 Indian nationals. Out of the 24 Indian nationals, 21 have been safely rescued. Unfortunately, 3 Indian nationals have lost their lives. We express our deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. Our mission in Oman is in close touch with the concerned authorities for early repatriation of their mortal remains. Our mission is also rendering all assistance to the rescued Indian seafarers and remains in touch with the concerned authorities for their early return to India. A status update on MT Jalveer. Today, we also learned that commercial vessel MT Jalveer, a Guinea-Bissau flagged vessel, came under attack off Shinaz port in Oman. The vessel has 20 Indian crew members on board and all are reportedly safe. Our mission in Oman is closely monitoring the situation and coordinating with the Omani authorities for the safe evacuation of the Indian crew. The continuing incidents affecting commercial shipping in the region are deeply concerning. We reiterate the importance of ensuring the safety and security of seafarers and of maintaining free and unimpeded navigation and commerce through international waterways in accordance with international law. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we take updates from the Shipping Ministry. Over to you, Mukesh.
Good afternoon. Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways expresses its concern on the recent incidents involving merchant vessels in the Persian region. Details of the recently reported incidents are as follows. On 8th June, a fire was reported on board Palau flagged vessel MT Marvix near Omani coast. There were 24 Indian crews on the vessel and all crew members were safely rescued by Omani Air Force. On 10th June, yesterday, as my friend has informed, vessel MT Setebelo, Palau flagged oil tanker was attacked and onboard emergency procedures were initiated. At the time of incidents, total 28 seafarers were there on the board, including 24 Indians, 2 Pakistani, 1 Russian and 1 Ukrainians. Unfortunately, 3 Indian crew members have lost their life and we extend our deepest condolences. The deceased are Mr. Suresh Patnala, Chief Engineer, Mr. Shivanand Chaurasia, Fitter, and Mr. Athaiya, Cadet. The remaining 25 crew members, including 21 Indians, have been safely evacuated. The ministry is in touch with the next kin of the deceased crew members and providing all supports. Seamen Welfare Fund Society has been asked to pay rupees 10 lakhs to the family of each deceased. On 11th June, that is today, Guinea-Bissau flagged vessels, that is bitumen tanker MT Jalveer, was reportedly involved in a maritime security incident in the vicinity of Shinia Port, Oman. The vessel has 20 Indian seafarers on board and all of them are reported to be safe. No casualty or injuries have reported. As per the latest information, evacuation of crew members to Shinas Port has commenced and I think 6 more are to be evacuated. Ministry is closely monitoring the situation and is in continuous coordination with Ministry of External Affairs, Indian missions abroad and Indian Navy and other relevant stakeholders. DG Shipping Control Room has handled 12,331 calls and more than 27,000 emails since its activation. In last 72 hours, 311 calls and 683 emails have been received from seafarers, their families and maritime stakeholders. And till date, 3,500 Indian seafarers have been repatriated, including 31 in last 72 hours. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukeshji. Now we'll take questions. First row.
Hi sir, I'm Saurabh from Reuters. Do we know who attacked this vessel MT Jalveer?
Sir, what was the reason for the death of the 3 Indian seafarers?
Hi,
Second row, yes.
Sesha from NDTV Profit. So, this is the 3rd ship with the Indian crew being attacked in the last 4 days. So, my question is basically, why were these ships being attacked despite being anchored as per their instruction, or were the ships not following the instructions given by US?
So this is for Aparna ma'am. Ma'am, yesterday one of the major tenders for import of urea opened, and there was a sharp decline in prices quoted in that tender. So do you think that with this, the whole talk about the subsidies exceeding 3,40,000 crore, there will be some rethink or relook into that because of the tender prices have crashed sharply, almost 51% decline?
Thank you. Amal Rathee from PJ. Question can be taken by either Shipping Minister or MEA. Of the 3 tankers that have been attacked, how many were sanctioned or shadow fleets? One at least we know was a sanctioned tanker. The other 2, were they also under sanctions list? To Sujata ma'am, how many airlines have signed up for the ATF mechanism that was approved earlier this month? Thank you.
Hi. First question, either Mukesh sir or Randhir sir or Asim sir can take. Just wanted to understand. See, according to the Americans, as per the reports that we've been seeing internationally, the tankers that they've been attacking to disable their engine rooms, according to them, they seem to be involved in Iranian trade, and they had earlier been warned that they should not proceed, but for whatever reason they did, and probably that's why they were attacked. But isn't it a bit sort of concerning, the exceedingly high number of Indian seafarers on board these sanctioned tankers? And is there something that the government can do at its level to, I don't know, probably discourage them from being employed with entities involved in U.S. sanctioned trade? So that's one. The second question is for Sujata ma'am. Again, ma'am, there is a lot of fog of war related to the Strait of Hormuz and its actual status. Although we've seen some traffic picking up, every few days through the strait, but now Iran is again saying that they're closing down the Strait of Hormuz. So just wanted to understand what is the current stock situation with regard to crude, LNG and particularly LPG, considering our extreme dependence on the region for those fuels. Thank you.
We can come back to the first row, 161 and 67. Then we'll take the third.
Hi, Sujata ma'am, Sapna here from CNBC. Just wanted to understand that, if, post the previous ATF price hike recently of 10%, so in case airlines don't come forward, I mean, what's the situation like? I mean, if they don't opt for the stabilization fund, will OMCs, still revise their prices? I mean, what happens at the OMC end? Thank you.
नमस्कार सर, मैं आनंदमणि त्रिपाठी हूँ राजस्थान पत्रिका से। अभी जिनकी इस घटनाक्रम में डेथ हुई है, क्या उनकी बॉडीज मिल पाएंगी? एक सवाल ये है। और जो घटनाक्रम हुआ है उसमें 3 जिन लोगों की डेथ हुई है, क्या उनकी बॉडीज मिल पाएंगी? क्योंकि ये बार-बार ये सवाल आ रहा है कि मतलब होगी। दूसरा सवाल मेरा पोर्ट से है कि पाकिस्तान बॉर्डर से सटे हुए इलाके में 6 नए पोर्ट बनने की बात आ रही है, तो क्या वो पोर्ट बनाए जाएंगे और कब तक बनाए जाएंगे? धन्यवाद।
A third row, we can take from here, 24, and then we go that side.
Thank you, ma'am. Vinayak Dikshit from RT India. My first question is for the shipping ministry. Sir, if you could give us an exact number as to how many Indian seafarers and Indian flagged vessels are still stuck in the Persian Gulf. And the second question is for the MEA. Sir, if you could shed more light about the meeting with the charge d'affaires of the US Embassy, and have they given any assurances to India so that any such incidents don't take place in the future as well?
Yeah, hi. My question to Aparna ma'am, I just want to learn from your side, how much fertilizer we have imported in the current fiscal, and how much more we intend to import during the current Kharif season.
Hi, I'm Dvesh from Economic Times. Sir, now that attacks have suddenly grown again, can we expect an evacuation for Indian seafarers over there? Whether any plans to escalate evacuation processes?
We have on the right side, 202.
My question is to Mukesh Mangal, sir. Hello, sir. Dev from Times Now. Sir, is there any specific reason as to why Indian flagged vessels are coming under attack? Because, I mean, people seem to have an inclination or liking towards us in a wrong way. Or is it probably because we are carrying fuel, that is the reason? Or there is no established reason, or it's just a random attack? What could be the exact reason, in case if you know?
Good afternoon, sir. Randhir sir and Mukesh sir, my question is from both of you. I'm Shivani from India Today. Is there a guideline that these vessels need to follow while they are crossing this area of the Oman, Gulf of Oman? And is the Indian Navy is also involved in the present rescue operation of MT Jalveer?
Okay, we were all the questions. We begin with fertilizers.
Yes, the first question that was addressed to me was about relook into the subsidy matters. Yes, of course, the what has been indicated in the papers is based on the preliminary estimates, presuming the trend remains the same. But as a result of the recent tender results that have been done on behalf of the government by one of our entities, we'll definitely have a cause to reassess the subsidy figures, and we'll have a relook on that. Depends on the confirmation of the quantities and whatever reaches our ports based on the same figures. Then second question was about this what remains to be imported for the Kharif season. We have we will be importing around, say, about that depends on the domestic production. Provided the gas availability is sufficient, we may import about 10 or 20 more, and we'll also keep an eye on our stock in view of the threat of the monsoon, whatever has been predicted. So that will of course guide us through the Kharif season for our imports. So as of now, we cannot just give any figures. Thank you.
Thank you, Sujata.
So regarding the price stabilization fund and the agreement signed, I would like to inform yesterday MOCA has called for a meeting. I mean, they conducted a meeting with airlines and oil marketing companies. Now they will issue the detailed guidelines, and then we will come to the stage of, agreement signing. Regarding the inventories of crude, LPG, LNG, I think this was the question we are facing for the last 3 months. And every time we are telling you we have sufficient inventories, and it has been the effort on the part of government to ensure the smooth supplies of petrol, diesel, LPG, natural gas to all the consumers with minimum possible inconvenience. And I will say the same situation exists now also, and we have the stocks, rolling stocks tied up for around 2 months. And regarding the price, what will be the future, I will not be able to comment on that right now. Thank you.
Thank you. Now between ME and shipping. ME, will you take the questions first?
So thank you. Most of the questions are interlinked, so I'll answer them together. But I will address all the issues that have been raised. As I had said, that we attach high importance to the welfare and well-being of our seafaring community. As you know, that we have a large seafaring community which is spread across the world. We also have a large number of seafarers who are there in in Persian Gulf and in West Asia, and we are in touch with through our embassy and through Ministry of Shipping to ensure their welfare and well-being. When this particular attack happened on the ship Sede Bello, we lodged a strong protest with the American side. We called in the American CDA, and he was conveyed our deepest concerns on the ongoing incidents of attacks. As also, we registered a strong protest with them. We conveyed that the welfare of our seafaring community is very important, and the attacks that are happening must stop. We also conveyed that that dialogue and diplomacy is the way forward for peaceful resolution of the conflict, and that there should be unimpeded access through the Strait of Hormuz in keeping with international law. So we made a position very clear on each of these points, while reiterating how important the lives of our people are, their welfare and safety. Yes, Saurav, to answer your question, these attacks came from the US naval US Navy that is stationed there. As you would have seen in the various reports, as also in what was clarified through our statements and otherwise from this podium, the 3 ships that have been involved in the incidents are foreign flagged. So one was two of them are Palau flagged, and the third one, which came under attack today, is Guinea flagged. So that is, they are not Indian-owned ships; they are all foreign flagged ships. I also understand that 2 of them are OFAC sanctioned ships, and one of them also is in the category of non-compliant ship. So that you must bear in mind. There are आपने पूछा कि 3 जो लोग जिनकी मृत्यु हुई है क्या उनकी पहचान हो गई है, तो तीनों लोग जो मरे उनके बारे में उनका आइडेंटिफिकेशन हो चुका है, और अभी हमारा प्रयास ये चल रहा है कि जल्द से जल्द उनके जो पार्थिव शरीर है उसको भारत भेजा जाए. I hope with that I have clarified all the questions. I am not sure if we had Shivani, if I have answered your question. So one thing I would reiterate here is that, as I told you, on guidelines part, maybe Ministry of Shipping can throw some light, but to emphasize that 2 of them, this is what we understand, are OFAC sanctioned ships, and one of them is a non-compliant ship. Thank you. Sorry? Yes, we have registered a strong protest. No, we have, this was yesterday evening, we conveyed a strong protest at the attack that happened in which 3 Indian lives have been lost.
Now Mukesh ji will answer the questions.
Yes. So there was a question that are they following the guidelines while passing through Omani water? So once again, I would like to state that the international waters are free for sailing unless they comes within the port area. So then only they have to move as per the directions of the port authorities, but otherwise it is free. Like wherever the canals are there, which have been constructed by some countries like Suez Canal, etc., there the control is there, but otherwise sea water are free. That is number 1. Number 2, it was asked how many Indian seafarers are there. So at present 562 Indian seafarers are there on Indian flagged vessel, 329 in Persian Gulf region west of Hormuz and 233 in Gulf of Oman. Yeah, 562 Indian seafarers are on Indian flagged vessels. This 562 is like that, like this 329 in the western side of the Strait of Hormuz and 233 in the Gulf of Oman, that is east of Strait of Hormuz. And as regard to total number of seafarer in Gulf region, they are about more than 18,000. Now this more than 18,000 means there are seafarers who are working there, like when there are platform vessels are there, those are also treated as vessels only. So they are working there, they are workers, and many of them are living in Gulf region. So around 18,000 or more seafarers are there in whole Gulf region. Indian seafarer, है ना? Yeah, 13, है ना? And then some more questions were there. Of course, my friend Randhir has already replied most of the questions. It's not that only Indian flagged vessels are being attacked. It's like for last 3 incidents, they were not Indian flagged vessels. And there was a question that some 6 new ports are being constructed near Pakistan border. So these ports are under the jurisdiction of government of Gujarat. So I don't have right now specific information. So next time I'll give this information. Reason for? No, reason for casualty means there is an attack. If anybody if comes under that attack, then he can be, injured, or he can die also. So that that actually my friend Randhir has already explained what is the reason for attacks.
Sorry, I didn't get you. I mean, you all understand that there is a conflict going on in the region, and there are parties who are involved in it. You are also following developments that are happening there. We, on our side, also take note of the developments. If you piece them together, you will get a sense what's happening. It's a conflict zone. It's as clear as that.
Sorry? No, already I already informed that in last 72 hours we have rescued, we have repatriated 31 seafarers from that region. No, actually, it all depends on how many seafarers are willing to come. Again, there are multiple dimensions of this issue. Like earlier, all the flights were, cancelled. Most of the flights were cancelled from Middle East region. Then flights started, and then suddenly now this situation is again, going in different ways. So it all depends. How many seafarers are willing to come, what are the facilities available. We have repatriated the seafarers through other countries also, but if there is a need, we will increase our effort. So first of all, that we have around 3.2 lakh seafarers from Indian seafarers. So we are having pretty large number of seafarers in globally, and so because we have more number of seafarers, so every likelihood that more number of Indian seafarers are there on the vessels. And I can't comment on that why Indian seafarers are there on US sanctioned vessels. Again, there are two type of sanctions. Maybe as many as type of sanctions could be there. Like tomorrow some X country says ki I will also issue a sanction list, so that can't be controlled. But there is a list, UN sanction list is there. Then as you have told, some US sanction list is there. So it all depends ki which country is sanctioning which vessel. But of course, we, as per our conventions and all, we have already issued guidelines for UN sanctioned vessels.
So, if you have been following the reports in the papers, it must be quite obvious that the coming down of the prices is because of entry of new countries into the market, and they have entered in a big way. So with this, the prices have come down sharply, and moreover, our stock position and our production is going on seamlessly. So maybe that is also an indication to the countries from whom we are importing, that we may not need, our requirement may come down also. So there are a number of factors. So consumption and our stock position, these are also related. And because of this, the prices may have been impacted. So let's see how this trend continues, and hopefully it will be. Yes, thank you.
All right.
Parallelly, President Trump was congratulating Prime Minister for the successful year of premiership. We are discussing trade deals. Broadly, what do you think is the takeaway?
Okay, we'll take one last question, 280.
Thank you, ma'am. Anil
One sec,
Handa.
let him ask question, then we'll run the.
Anil Handa, the question is to Mukesh ji. Mukesh ji, in the conflict zone, as you have said about the things where you have been questioned, if I understand it right, the conflict zone, your take is like Indian vessels are not being attacked more than the other countries' vessel, and the cargo Indian bound, cargo which is Indian bound, and the seafarers who are Indians on various ships. Is that your assessment, your take on that? Or we have reports that something more is also happening?
I'm not saying that Indian vessels are attacked less or foreign flagged vessels are attacked more, or vice versa. What I'm telling that it is not that only Indian flagged vessels are being attacked. You can see that last three vessels, like first was MT Merriwex, that was Palau flagged vessel, then Setevelu, again Palau flagged vessel, and then third one is this Jalveer. This is Guinea-Bissau flagged vessel. So if we see last three vessels in this region, all of them are foreign flagged vessels, and because we are more discussing the vessels where Indian seafarers are there, so that is why these vessels are coming into picture. There may be some vessel which has been attacked, some foreign flagged vessel which has been attacked, but there are no Indian seafarer is there. So probably we are not discussing that vessel here. We are only and only discussing when the vessel is either Indian flagged or foreign flagged or Indian seafarers are there. So that is why it gives some impression that only Indian flagged vessels are being attacked. So that is not the correct thing. That is what I mean to say. So that is what I told. I told that 562 Indian seafarers are there on Indian flagged vessels, 329 in west side of the state of Hormuz, and 233 on the east side.
Okay, last word by Randeep ji.
I'm sorry, I think I have not given any reference of Indian Navy, but it was asked whether Indian Navy is involved, so that I cannot comment. But the third vessel, which is Jalveer, I think Omani Navy is doing the this evacuation efforts. Omani Navy is doing. I have not told Indian Navy.
Okay, 209 is also there. We'll just take it, and then Randeep ji can. Okay, 78.
This is for Sujata ma'am. A notification has been issued to exempt excise duty on E22 to E30 petrol. So has there been any timeline that has been decided for nationwide rollout?
On the same lines of what he just asked, can we, are these signs of that we might see higher mandate? Are these signs that we might see higher mandate of ethanol in petrol very soon? And also, has there been an assessment, progress in assessment as to what impact it would have? Because there was a lot of controversy on the impact on vehicles, and majorly it was the reason why rollout of higher blended ethanol was delayed. So has there been a progress in that assessment as well?
So
Regarding this excise duty, I also want to clarify a few points. One, blending of ethanol with petrol at depot level is theoretically a manufacturing activity which can be subjected to excise duty. E20 was exempted by the Ministry of Finance earlier also. Same clarification has been issued for higher blends and there is nothing new. With higher BIS standards available, the same excise duty waiver has been extended to E22, 25, 27 and E30. This is a preliminary prerequisite for eventually introducing higher blends, but does not convey anything about rollout of higher blends as of now, as that will only be done after extensive testing and consultation. Thank you.
Thanks, Sujata. Randhir.
Rajesh, answering your question, we have lodged a very strong protest, and that was the reason why the CDA was summoned yesterday late evening to the Ministry of External Affairs. It is our expectation that due note will be taken of our protest.
Thank you. Thank you, friends. Thank you, officers. Thank you all.